Welcome to this edition of the Museum Roadshow. I'm Roger Engstrom. Today we're doing a special show. We're having a tractor rendezvous. We met here at Detroit Lakes and we're unloaded these tractors and we're going to drive them to the Becker County Fairgrounds. These tractors, many of them originated right here in Becker County because Becker County had implement dealers in every small town. If my memory is correct, I think there were 7 implement dealers right in Detroit Lakes, and many of them were just within close proximity of Washington Avenue.
My name is Wayne Reller, and I live at Ogama, Minnesota. And this is a 1947 Oliver 70 row crop. It was purchased by my grandfather, Henry Tyken, in 1947 right in Ogama from Grove's Garage. And they farmed with it for 30 years, and then they parked it in the Grove after it got a little tired. And I decided in 2006 that the family would restore it for the Ogama Centennial, which was in 2007. And with the help of a lot of family members, we got the thing running in 10 months. We're kind of proud of it.
I'm Dean Nelson from Detroit Lakes here, and this is my old tractor. It's an old one. It's a 1935 Model B, and it's 75 years old, so it's an old tractor, been around a long time. I bought it when it was in kind of bad shape and fixed it up, restored it, and it runs good now, and I don't use it a lot. It's just kind of a toy to play with, but it runs good and I enjoy it.
Hi, my name is Larry Jones, and I'm from Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, and I'm the proud owner of the red tractor behind me. It was a labor of love. I bought it on an auction sale at Hope, North Dakota, probably about 10-15 years ago, and it was a very nice tractor when I bought it, but I decided to restore it. So it took 3 years, 3 actually winters to restore it. The restoration process was completely disassembled and assembled, clear down to bare metal. All the work I did myself, including all the overhaul, painting, everything. It was a lot of work, but a lot of fun. This is a 1950H International, and they used it in Hope, North Dakota, probably with the beat crops because it had the long beat axles in it, and I removed them. So it probably came out of Fargo, out of a dealership in Fargo, brand new, and had the special axles in it for sugar beets. I also have this 1952 Ford 8N. I purchased that off the internet, and I went clear down on the other side of Moline, Illinois to pick it up when I bought it. It was a long trip, which was quite enjoyable. Brought it back. It also was a nice tractor, but it needed restoration. So it took another 3 years, 3 winters to put it in the shape that it's in. This tractor has been completely disassembled, sandblasted down to the bare metal. Everything and every part that needed replacing, brand new. The transmission's been gone through. The only thing that didn't need going through was the engine. That was very nice shape. This actually is not my tractor, it's my wife's tractor. I restored it for her, and she's the driver and she's the owner. And she does a very nice job of driving, by the way. I really enjoyed restoring this one also. It was a change from the International, from the red one to the gray one, but it was a very enjoyable project, and like I said, I'd do that again.
I'm Alf Jørgensen, and I'm 94 years old. Oh, it's 1972 Cub International, and I've had it for about 15 years. I bought it up at Thief River. It's kind of a play tractor. There isn't much power in it. It's supposed to pull one bottom, but it won't with these tires. You got to have different tires on it for pulling a plow.
I'm Mark Johnson from Fargo, North Dakota. This is my 1968 Oliver 1850 Wheatland. This tractor I purchased about 2 to 3 years ago from a farmer in Kindred, North Dakota. Pretty rough shape, I guess, when I got it. Got it home, did a full restoration to it, and now we're using it, for on the farm, doing some plowing with, and parades and pretty big into roll-log, the steam threshers reunion, so we have quite a few of them we bring down for that.
My name is Morlan Nelson. I'm from Hawley, Minnesota. Originally for roll-log, but I bought this tractor up at Park Rapids, Minnesota. The gentleman claims it's a 52 Ford flathead V8. It's about 110 horsepower. Rear end here is a 9N. And I got the Sherman step-up transmission right here. It should do 50 miles an hour, he claims, but I don't dare drive it that fast. And I haven't had a dyno roll-log here a couple of years ago with a belt pulley on. I got 39 horsepower out of it, and then the belt flipped off, and I quit. And I collect them, and this is one of my pride and joys here. It's not too loud. It'll go fast, though.
Hello, folks. I am Wallace Rote here from Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. And today I came down here with my 1952 Farmall Cub tractor for the parade to the fairgrounds. And this tractor I bought about 17 years ago. When I was on the farm as a young boy of age 15, we bought a 1949 Farmall Cub just like this one with a cultivator for $800. And I always wanted one since then, and I kind of put the word out that I was looking for one, and I was farming for Lindy Olander. I told him I wanted looking for a Farmall Cub, and he always paid me once a year, New Year's Eve, the last day of the year. And so if ever I needed anything, I just buy it and put it on a slip and say for Wally, and that's it. And so I told him about this cub that I was looking for, and when I run across this, when I was farming the land for Olander next to the Nest Granite Works north of Detroit Lakes. And Andy came out there and he said, Wally, farm as close as you can to the line. He said, because I want to landscape into the field. Okay, I said, and then he told me about this Farmall Cub that he just bought, and he paid $2,200 for it. It had some machinery with the mower and a blade and a cultivator. And so then he said he wanted to buy a belly mower for it, but they were so expensive. So he said, I'm looking at another tractor, and if I buy that, are you interested? I said, oh yes, you betcha. And so then a couple days later, he calls me up and he says, come and get it. So I call up Lindy Olander and I says, Lindy, I found the cub I want. He says, okay, you bring your truck and I'll bring the checkbook. And from there on, it's been here as a family tractor. I use it every day. This is a working tractor. I had it all fixed up for a roll-log for the International year, all painted up and everything, but I use it every day during the summer months. And I'm sure glad I found it. I love it. It's a nice tractor to have around for all the smaller handiwork. And I have given it to my grandson, Tyler Tollefson, because he's the one that's interested in something like this. And so I gave it to him, but I said, I still need to use it, I said. So it's still with me, and I really appreciate it.